Hello, family, and welcome back to the Ebony Odyssey. My name is Jermaine Go Long, and I am a servant of the Most High God. I really appreciate you coming along, and as always, enjoy the journey. Today, guys, it's just a real talk about what transpired yesterday. It was a great day that God allowed us to get out in the evening and kind of have a movie night. Now it's very important that I have you understand, some of the decisions I'm making, because a lot of the things in the West I wouldn't want to show here. I wouldn't want to show all the killing, all the murder, all the death, all the violence. So I'm very cautious with what I'm allowing to be played or how we're going about things. Now, before me being a believer as I am, and afterwards, until I really start walking in my faith even more, we were avid movie watchers, avid movie goers. We have plenty of DVDs. We had two young children, so my focus turned more away from some of the adult things, and then more toward children things. So, as a father and husband, we ended up watching a whole lot of cartoons, from Lion King to Cars to Incredibles to, all of these movies, for our kids, because, that was the most important thing. They wouldn't really, sit through a drama or, suspense or sci-fi movie. So, we switched up our tastes to accommodate our family and, be able to spend more time with them. So in my thoughts for picking a movie, we had, plenty of Disney movies, but, it's always an undertone, and we didn't want to have, any negative reflection, because all things can't be played here, and it kind of takes, you to really kind of consider what you are going to, show, and make sure that it's allowed, and what parts would be cut out, coming to this country. So with our thoughts and our hearts for, the people of the community, we figured Wally would be the best movie to show, and we showed that yesterday. And we thought this because it didn't have a whole lot of speaking from the main characters, because they were two robots. And you could just see that it was, just general, beeping and buzzing and sounds that they would make. And then ultimately they, it wasn't kissing or, too explicit stuff like that. But, they showed their genuine love, through how robots could show it. So, and it had minimal English talking, because, that's one thing I had hoped that, going online to try to see if maybe some of these things were translated in Swahili, it would have been better for us. But unfortunately, a lot of the movies that have come out, that is one of the languages that is never mentioned. It's very few Swahili spoken movies, that I could show with great animation. To say the least. So, we, had to do that and got everything ready. And we had our little hiccups, because we have it on DVD, and it was in all of our things that we brought. But I was hoping that I could just, use my phone or computer to just play it, thanks to my wonderful sister having, Disney. I was thinking like, oh yeah, I can just play it. But guess what? In certain parts, you have no internet. In certain parts, you have bad signal. In certain parts, you have this and that. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to, have all these kids out here and, not be able to show or not be able to complete the movie. So yesterday, I had to get my young men, and we had to go searching through some of our old things. Thankful for my wife putting in all that effort to get it here. But once we were able to kind of locate the things that we need, we got it, and we had no problems playing it, and it's great because, we found, not only, those movies, but a lot of the other ones. And what we're actually going to look to do today is show Black Panther. Unfortunately, it's not in Swahili also. But one of my uh, employees have come here to the house, and he watched it, and he was advocating to show that, even though it wasn't in English, I mean, it wasn't in Swahili. So, we got that DVD as well. And so I think that'll be, just great to just put on and, allow people time to kind of just relax and hang out in the evening. We had some definite things we want to do a little bit better, and we will do it today. We're going to show stuff Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with Wally being the first, now Black Panther being the second, and then the Simba Yanga soccer game we're going to show, which Simba and Yanga are the two top Tanzanian teams here. And so, it's always, it's like that in-state rivalry. So they're definitely going to be excited for that. And we're just going to just have it at the place, man, and allow people to just come and enjoy the time and enjoy, the atmosphere and experience. I'm hoping to get my boys and my wife to speak on their experience there yesterday. Because I think it kind of excited them. And, just, in the past, we always hosted things because we had a small group. We had, plenty of people over all the time. And, my kids grew up with us doing those kind of things. And I know this was, very exciting to them as well, because they were able to, be there to support this event for all of the kids, So, we were able to give out some candy. We had some popcorn, and, they were using the wood that we make, that the bricks have to sit on to dry. They were cleaned off to the point where they could make little benches or little chairs for the people to sit on. And so, the young men got out there, and they did all this setting up. So, that was the experience that I wanted them to have. And I'm glad that they got to have it, because now it shows me that they have, a desire to get out there and, allow some of the entertainment, that they see to be shared. And we all had a long talk about, which movie were we going to share with the kids, making sure, the message that it had in it, that it didn't have, a lot of sexually inappropriate things, any gay things, any, things of that nature, because that is very important here. And, it really narrowed us down on what we could show. And again, like I said, coming up with Wally, because of the language barrier, we thought was the most appropriate movie. And like I said, I will try to get them on here to share their thoughts as well. But I'm very pleased with it, and very excited to continue forward. That's what we're planning in this area, and with the expansion. Eventually we look to, put enough, things together so we can actually, do something at a bigger scale so people can come, relax, and enjoy. And this is just the start of it. So, all in all, it was a definite success for us, because, having, some of the, the men from the village, they were there, and then also having, about 20 plus children. Unfortunately, it didn't go off as I would have liked, because we needed a more advertising of it. It was plenty of kids that would have come to see it, but I guess by the time we started, it is quite dark, and we needed it to be a little later in the evening before we started, so that the TV could be seen well. So It's things we have to do to change it up a little bit. But all in all, like I said, it was a great experience. So, family, I'm not going to hold you. I just wanted to kind of tell you how things went. And I will be reporting on, the other two events this week as well. We're going to get back to our first line of work, brick making on Monday, once everything is kind of, the weekend has died down. So we're only going to do deliveries for today, anything that we have, but we'll start back making them most likely on Monday, just so that things can be clear and clean and people can come and enjoy and have a good time without all the dust and the debris that would happen, from us making bricks. So family, I appreciate you for listening, and as always, enjoy the journey.